Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel, and today I'm gonna do something a bit different. I don't usually do videos on franchise mode, just basically in the middle of a franchise mode. Like usually I would go from start to finish, of course with my Atlantic Navigators franchise mode, which is my main series. I did some team builds, but I just wanted to see if I could have a back-to-back Stanley Cups with the Montreal Canadiens, as this team is absolutely insane. It's the best team I built so far in franchise. I felt it was good enough to do a video on it. I just won the Stanley Cup in 22-23. We are starting the 23-24 season. As you guys can see, I actually just acquired Nathan MacKinnon in free agency, so he's my best player right now. As you guys can see, we won the Stanley Cup in the last season. We won the President's Trophy as well. As for individual awards, Sagan actually won a ton of awards. He won the Lindsay, won the Maurice Rocket Richard, he won the Art Ross, he won the Hart, he won the Lady Bing, he cleaned up. Wong got the Calder for the Dallas Stars. Cole Caufield actually got the Conn Smythe Trophy. We actually swept 3 out of the 4 series. We swept the Cup Finals against the Dallas Stars. We did win in 7 against the Toronto Maple Leafs. Cole Caufield was incredible during the playoffs. He's a creative player I made for the team, as well as Andrei Vasilevsky. Of course, Cole Caufield, he's not in the game playing in college, but in the States, but I did create him, just make it more realistic. So I'm going over the lines. It's basically the same team as I won the Cup with, except we have Nathan MacKinnon, who wasn't on the team previously. So this is the team, guys. It's ridiculous. I'm hoping you can get a second Stanley Cup in a row. Kelly Christensen is actually a medium franchise player. He's 93 overall at 20 years old. I drafted him first overall in the 2020 draft. I actually made a big trade, trading away Shea Weber in a first to get that first overall pick. It worked out. He is actually compared to Wayne Gretzky in game. When I drafted him, he was a compared player. As you guys can see here in the States, he had 102 points. He had 56 points in 2021, 81 in a career year. He had 40 goals a couple of years ago, 86 points last year. He's only 20. He's only going to get better. And obviously, Nathan MacKinnon, he's 94 overall, putting up 100 points last year, 49 goals. His first 100-point season and almost getting 50 goals for the first time in his career. Here's Cole Caufield, 92 points there last year, 49 goals. Gonna go over the playoff stats. He had 38 points and 22 goals in 19 games. He was ridiculous. We actually lost out on Jonathan Drouin and Max Domi in free agency. Make room for Nathan MacKinnon. Jesperi Kotkaniemi here. He had a great year. He had 69 points, nice last year. He's 87 overall. Denis Gurianov, I had him in my Atlantic Navigators franchise series. He's a pretty good player. He seems well. We have Jaden Schwartz there. Dano actually has 90 faceoffs and very good defensive stats, so he's a perfect third line center for us. Last year we actually had Claude Giroux as one of our centers. So basically Giroux, Domi, and Drouin are gone. MacKinnon is in the team. Karpatsev is a guy that we drafted. He's a low elite potential in the actually a 5th rounder in 2021. He's 82 overall, so very good draft pick there. Teuvo Teravainen, I had him in a trade. The Deaking is unreal. It has 5 stars for his puck skills. He had 18 points in 34 games with us last year. So those are the lines. To finish it off, we have Suzuki Lehkonen for some depth. Brendan Gallagher is still with the team at 31. Defense is very different, obviously, from real life. We have Miro Heiskanen. He's a 94 overall with that +3. Gustafsson is an 88. Noah Jolson's an 84. Barry is an 89. Then we have Sergei Samsonov, who's actually, he was a 69 overall when I drafted him, low elite. He had alright years in Laval, but he's grown 10 overalls already from 69 to 79. He's a defenseman, 21 years old, hoping for big things of him. We have Cal Fleury, obviously a very strong player in real life. He absolutely destroys people. One of the hardest hitters in the league in terms of defensemen. Really excited he's with the Canadiens. He throws the body around. Honestly, he is harder than Shea Weber now. It's insane. Guys have time to watch highlights of Fleury. He hits hard. Thatcher Demko is actually our goaltender. We did trade away Carey Price. We actually got a couple of firsts because we traded him for Ekholm. Price's value had dropped. He had dropped 4 or 5 overall. So we traded Price for Ekholm. Then we traded Ekholm for 2 first-round picks from the Bruins. So it ended up good. Recently I traded away Price. I got Thatcher Demko at free agency. He's much younger. He was the same overall. Price was 87. This guy's an elite goalie. He was 85 or 86 at the time, so he's just going to go up. Kane and Primo, of course, are backup, who's going to be the future goaltender in real life for the Canadiens once Carey Price is no longer with the team. So we finished the preseason with a record of 5-2. We actually had some pretty big games. 8-4 win against the Sens. 6-1 win against the Wings. Let's keep it going the regular season. Like I said, this is probably the best team I've ever had in franchise in NHL 20 so far. Kelly Christensen has 12 points in 7 games. This kid is probably going to move up to be like a 95 overall. It's going to be crazy. Now heading into the season, we're going to go over the special teams. So as for the power play, we have Cole Caufield with Kelly Christensen, Toivo Teravainen, Miro Heiskanen at the point, along with Nathan MacKinnon. That power play is just crazy. We have Brendan Gallagher with KK and Karpatsev, Guryanov, and Barry. Those are the power play units. As for penalty kill, so right now we got Dano and Christensen. We actually have a -1. If I move there, I'm gonna make a few changes here. See if I can just put a +1. Heiskanen with Barry, Samsonov with Free. I think that'll be good. So Dano, I have him there because has 90 face-offs, very good defensive stats. Christensen has 85 face-offs. He actually has some 90s in the skating and physical. Look at that shooting. So the shooting is 96, 95 accuracy, 87 power. His skating is 5-star. He has 95 speed, has 93 discipline, and 98 offensive awareness. His defensive stats are pretty good. 95 defensive awareness there. As for the puck skills, is 4.5 stars. So this kid is unbelievable at 21 years old already and 93 overall. Now here's a trade that doesn't make much sense for us. Flyers won Nathan MacKinnon, who's a franchise exact player, 94 overall. As for the contract, I gave him $12.750 million for 7 years, a massive contract. They want us to get Ghost, which is 30 years old, 88 overall, top 4D, and a 3rd round. That trade does not make any sense at all. Now the Flyers are actually still trying to give us Ghost as bear. They want Cole Caufield, and I'm just gonna go over Caufield right now just to show the contract. I had actually offered him an extension before his entry-level contract expired, and I signed him on a $9 million deal for 6 years, which I think is a great contract. He's a high elite player right now at 22 years old. Already has 35 points in 21 games, almost a goal per game. Cole Caufield already has over a third of the points he had last year. I'm going to obviously keep Caufield. I just can't wait to see at the end of the year how many points him, Christensen, and MacKinnon have on the first line. That's the best first line in hockey for sure. And now the Flyers, for a 3rd time, are trying to get us to get Ghosts Bear. They want Nathan MacKinnon. The Flyers, I'm never going to say yes to that trade, guys. Scott Laughton for an elite potential defenseman and a 1st round pick. Last year I got offered Xavier Ouellet for a 1st. The AI trades do not make sense in this game so far. Now they want to give us 2 seconds for an elite potential left winger. The AI does not make any sense in this franchise mode I'm doing. Chicago gets a prospect and a 3rd for Jonathan Toews, a 3rd, and Ryan. So Jonathan Toews does not end his career with the Blackhawks. He ends up going to the Arizona Coyotes. Now Washington actually gets Matt Duchene and Cedric Paquette from Nashville for 2 firsts, and Stillman looks to be a prospect. So pretty big trade so far in the trade deadline. We're not doing as good as I wanted. Unfortunately, we're actually 2nd or 3rd place in the Atlantic. The Toronto Maple Leafs are just absolutely dominating. They have 87 points already. They're way ahead of everybody else. So last year we actually finished the year with 118 points. We won the President's Trophy. I don't know if that's going to end up this year. We are 11 or 12 points behind the Leafs as Zaitsev goes to Detroit for Hronek to the Sens. So yeah, we're about 12 points behind the Leafs, so I'm not sure if we're going to be able to catch them up. We need a huge month of March coming up. We just before the trade deadline have a record of 37, 21, and 5, so it is pretty good. It's not amazing. Oh my goodness, Cole Caufield has 50 goals, 50 assists, and 100 points in the trade deadline. Oh my goodness, guys, this kid is absolutely tearing up the NHL. This is insane. He still has 19 games to play. Christensen has 84 points. McKinnon has 84 points. Teravainen 56. Gurianov 55. Kotkaniemi is an assist machine. 42 assists. Heiskanen there. Look at the plus minus of this first line. They're all plus 30. They're all going to finish with over 30 goals and most likely all over 100 points. That is ridiculous. Going down the team here, Gallagher has 40 points there, 14 goals. Barry, Schultz, Gustafsson there. Dano, he's a plus 12. Karpatsev, 23 points for Karpatsev, not bad at all. Suzuki has 20. Samsonov has 10 points and he's a plus 17. That's fantastic to see. As for Thatcher Demko, 28, 15, and 4. 903 save percentage, 285 goals against. And Primo is 9, 7, and 1. Man, Cole Caufield, have yourself a year. If he puts up anything close to that in real life, which I don't know if he's going to put up 100 points and 50 goals even for the next couple of years, but I mean, I'm confident that in the future, once Cole Caufield is fully developed, does have the potential to be a 50-goal scorer in the NHL, as long as he does have a good development, as long as he works hard and has good teammates with him. And I really expect big things from Cole Caufield. I'm really happy with having him pick number 15 in the draft. I thought it was a bit high for him all the way at 15. It was expected for him to be probably a top 10 pick, as we're actually scoring tons of goals. I'm sure Caufield is in that goal scoring. Look at that. 6 goals, 5 goals, 8 goals, 7 goals. This team is just scoring goals at an insane rate. At this point, we might even catch the Maple Leafs. We're 7 points behind him, only a few games to play. No, I don't think we're going to catch them, as they probably kept winning. We do beat the Maple Leafs there. I'm going to stop this sim right here. We're 2 points behind the Maple Leafs. So if we win these 2 games and the Leafs lose, may be able to catch them. Playing against the Chicago Blackhawks in Chicago, 8-3 win. Unfortunately, the Maple Leafs did win as well, so we're going to finish off the year against the Detroit Red Wings, 5-1 win. I don't think we caught the Leafs, though. Let's see how Cole Caufield has 65 goals and 129 points. Oh my God, what a year from Cole Caufield. 92 overall. I mean, that is insane. This entire first line had over 35 goals and over 100 points. Caufield was a plus 54, had 372 shots, shooting percentage was 17%, 21 power play goals, 10 game-winning goals. I mean, that's one of the craziest stats I've seen all year. That's insane. So Kotkaniemi had 75 points there. Gurianov 73, Teravainen 68, Heiskanen 67 and a plus 42. All these guys are plus 50, the top line. Gallagher at 50 points, Barry at 47 and a plus 23. Let's go down the line. Karpatsev as a rookie had 31 points. Pretty good for a 22-year-old rookie there. Dano, Suzuki, Jolson there. Lekanen even had 19 points. Samsonov ended up with a plus 13 points as a rookie. That's great. There's Cal Fleury. Does it say how many hits here are, how many fights by any chance? There you go, hits. 88 hits. Gonna go by the hits. See, Christensen laying out the body. He's 6'3", 210. So he's an absolute unit as a centerman. Brendan Gallagher, he can hit a lot in real life. He likes to get in the action as well. But man, this first line of Christensen, Caufield, and McKinnon are absolutely dominant. Thatcher Demko had a phenomenal year, 40 wins. Not one shutout from any of our goaltenders, which is surprising. There you have it. I'm going to go through the entire league here, and I'm going to see who led the league in scoring. Hopefully it is Cole Caufield. Let's see. So there you go. Cole Caufield wins the Art Ross. He wins the Rocket Richard. He'll probably win the Hart and the 10 Lindsay. Oh my goodness. I mean, I made him as a elite potential player. He's high elite there. As guys can see here, his stats are ridiculous. 98 speed, 98 accuracy, 93 strength for shooting. Deking is 5-star. I mean, he's all around. I made him insane. Here's Evgeny Malkin. Kelly Christensen. So our first line is 3 out of the top 4 for scoring. There's Sagan. Sidney Crosby at 36. Still putting up 43 goals and 98 points. Austin Matthews had 48 points, 48 goals. Kucherov hit 50 goals. Stamkos there. Monahan, Phil Kessel, still playing great at 36, putting up 43 goals. There's Laine, Brad Marchand, Gaudreau, Panarin, Tolvanen. Haven't seen McDavid here. Capo Caco had a huge year. Where's McDavid? So Ovechkin there, 79 points at 38 years old, still playing. McDavid only has 76 points. He's actually still with the Oilers, so kind of a down year for him. As for goal scoring, we had 450 goal scorers, but of course Cole Caufield just tore up the NHL. And go for it, defenseman here. Erik Karlsson, he's always one of the top defensemen in the points. Quinn Hughes, 74, Riley, 68, Yossi, 68. There's Miro Heiskanen, 5th in defenseman scoring. As for goaltenders, to see just how good Thatcher Demko was. So he was tied second with Samsonov, and James Reimer had 40 wins at 36 years old. Still kicking it around in the NHL. There's Freddie Anderson. So honestly, Demko had a very, very good year. Top 3 goaltender in the league. Gonna go for fun rookie skater, see if there's anything crazy. So Jermaine Wolf there, Fuller, Schlemensky, Zachary Leroux, who's actually a rookie for Moncton Wildcats in real life. I've seen him play multiple times this year. He's having a tremendous year. There's Karpatsev, so he's in the top 10, which is great to see. As for rookie goaltenders, let's see, Daniel Tarasov, 9 wins. DiPietro, 14 wins. Listed as a rookie at 24, so came in the league a bit late. So yeah, let's jump into the playoffs, guys. Hopefully get back-to-back Stanley Cups. Unfortunately, we do not win the President's Trophy. I believe that went to the Maple Leafs. So we're playing the Tampa Bay Lightning in round number 1. So of course, Kucherov and Stamkos had big years, so definitely gonna be a tough matchup for round number 1. 6-5 OT win game number 1. 3-2 OT win game number 2. 9-2 win in game number 3. Let's see if we can sweep the Bolts. And there it is, guys. Out of 5 playoff series since last year, we have swept 4 of them. We outshoot Tampa Bay by a ton. And let me guess, Cole Caufield went off. Kelly Christensen had 8 points in 4 games. So far, so good for the playoffs. Alright, here we go, guys. Playing against the Toronto Maple Leafs, who won the division. Last year, I beat them in 7 games. Hopefully, we get a better result this year. We do lose 1, but we win 8-1 game number 1 and 5-4. So here we are going to be playing a game number 4 against the Toronto Maple Leafs at home. We actually lose, so the series is actually tied now. Big 8-4 win, so we're leading them 3-2. Hopefully we can close it off. And for a second year in a row, guys, going against the Toronto Maple Leafs in Game 7. This team is too good to lose round number 2. Come on, guys. We need a huge game from our top line. McKinnon, Christensen, and Caufield. After 1, it is 1-0. There we go. Nathan McKinnon, clutch as can be, scores goal number 1. Heading into the 3rd, we're outshooting them by over almost twice as much. 5-4 power play. Philip Dano penalty kill, but Jeremy Bracco scores on Thatcher Demko. So it's a 1-1 game. We have 16 more shots, 17 more. Come on, guys. We need a goal from Cole Caufield in the last few minutes. Christensen or McKinnon. And there it is. Karpatsev, the rookie on the 4th line, scores a huge goal. And the Canadians are moving on to the Eastern Conference Finals. There we go. So back-to-back years, we beat the Maple Leafs in 7 games. Nathan MacKinnon, 16 points in 11 games. That's great to see. Facing off against the New York Rangers. Exactly 10 years after the Chris Kreider accident where he hit Carey Price sliding, falling down while he was skating pretty fast, took out Carey Price in his knee, and they eventually lost without Price. So a 9-1 win game number 1. We want revenge 10 years after 2014. 7-2 win. We're leading 2 games to 1. 3-1 actually. And there we go, guys. 6-5 OT win. We beat the Rangers in 5. We're moving on to the Stanley Cup Finals. And Nathan MacKinnon has 27 points in 16 games. Oh my goodness. If we win, he's probably going to get the Conn Smythe. In the Stanley Cup Final, we're facing off against the Vancouver Canucks. An all-Canadian matchup for the Cup Finals. I'm going to go game by game. I'm going to be slow simming them to see all the action, all of the scores. Here we go, guys. The Bell Center is absolutely rocking. People are going nuts in the crowd. And Cole Caufield scores the first goal of the game in the first 5 minutes. Let's go. Then Nathan MacKinnon scores on Robin Lehner. After 1, it is 3-0. Yes, Barry Kotkaniemi wants in on the fun. After 2, it is 4-2. So they get a couple of goals from Brock Besser against their former teammate Thatcher Demko. And we get a big win. Noah Jolson with an empty net goal. Elias Pettersson has scored for them. Wow, crazy game number 1 at the Bell Center. 5-3 win. Playing against them, game number 2, Saturday night. Everybody in the crowd is excited. Everybody's got a beer in their hand. Everybody's eating poutine. Everybody's going nuts. After 1, it is 2-1. Vetrano scores for them. Kotkaniemi and Cole Caufield score for us. 4-3. Cole Caufield gets the second of the game. Christensen scores as well. Quinn Hughes and Brock Besser against Demko. And at the end of the game, 5-5. Vetrano tied it with 30 seconds to go. We're going to overtime, guys. Alright, here we go, guys. We're heading into overtime, and we win. Kelly Christensen with the OT winner on Robin Lehner. And we take a 2-0 series lead. Christensen had a huge game with 4 points. Caufield had 3. Our top line combined for 9 points in that game. Best line in the NHL. So we actually score 12 goals in 2 games. Here we are playing in Vancouver. A big time difference. A long way to travel against the Canucks. All the way to Vancouver from Montreal. And after the first, it is 2-0. Cal Fleury and Tyson Barrie. Tyson Barrie right in the slot on the power play. Wow, that's a bit confusing. But a couple of goals from our back end. 4-0 after 2. Barrie gets his second of the game. Then it's Gurianov. Can Tyson Barrie get a hat trick? No, he cannot, but we hold on to the win. Stetcher and Pettersson score. We have the chance to sweep the Vancouver Canucks and head into our second Stanley Cup championship in as many years. Here we go, guys. Up 3-0 against the Canucks. Playing in Vancouver. Let's go. After 1 period, it's 2-0. Gurianov and Mr. Clutch. Cole Caufield, or should I say Goal Caufield. After 2, it is 4-3. They're making it close. So Besser, Horvat, and Goldobin. Gurianov scores the second of the game for us. Nathan MacKinnon. Jumping into the 3rd period, they're actually outshooting us. We got to get a big period. Big defense. Get that insurance marker. And there it is. Cole Caufield scores for the Montreal Canadiens, making it 5-3. And Karpatsev, the rookie, scores, making it 6-3. At only 5 minutes to go, and the Montreal Canadiens have won back-to-back Stanley Cups. Let's go. Montreal Canadiens are once again Stanley Cup champions. This is honestly the best team I've ever had in franchise mode, guys. I'm glad I was able to get this video out. MacKinnon casually had 33 points and 15 goals in 20 playoff games. Not bad at all. Let's look at the player stats for the playoffs. So Cole Caufield had 31, had 15 goals. Christensen had 30. Our top line combined for 40 goals and 94 points in 20 playoff games. That is absolutely ridiculous. Gurianov had 22 points, Teravainen at 22, KK had 20, Gallagher at 19. Oh man, I'm really proud of this team. I made a lot of trades, some questionable trades maybe. I mean, trading away Shea Weber for a first overall pick was very important. I traded away Price for a couple of firsts just to save up some cap space. We were able to get Nathan McKinnon. Tadger Demko did his job replacing Carey Price. As for his record, 15-4, a shutout, save percentage of .894, and a goals against a 3.07. Primo actually had one game that he won in the playoffs, so Caden Primo did his part, had one playoff win there. I'm gonna sim up to the draft just so we can go ahead and see who the Conn Smythe Trophy winner was. There we go, guys. So my 5-year franchise moment of Montreal Canadiens is complete. Very happy. Ended up with 2 Stanley Cups in 5 years. So I did my goal of winning at least 1 Stanley Cup. We got back-to-back cups. Cole Caufield wins the Art Ross. Cole Caufield wins the Hart. Norris goes to Heiskanen. The Lady Bing goes to Caufield. The Calder goes to Wolf. The Conn Smythe goes to Nathan McKinnon. Riddick gets the Vesta to William Jennings. Bill Masterton goes to Noah Dobson. Jack Adams goes to the Devils coach. Selke goes to O'Reilly. It looks like it's been O'Reilly and Barkov. They've been leapfrogging each other each year. Ted Lindsay goes to Caufield. The Rocket goes to Caufield. So Caufield won 5 awards. Norris went to Heiskanen. So we won 6 awards total here, including the Stanley Cup. I mean, what a year for your Montreal Canadiens. Unfortunately, we didn't win the President's Trophy, but I mean, at the end, it doesn't matter. We won the main trophy, the Stanley Cup. Caufield had a fantastic year. I mean, like I said, this is the best team I've had. I'm very happy with the way that it turned out. Leave a like if you enjoyed it. I would appreciate, guys. Subscribe if you're new so don't miss out on any of the content. Thank you for watching, and as always, have a great day.